It's a warm, sunny day. You wake up hours before work. Coffee wafts through the air as you step out of the shower. Your day begins with news and the depressing knowledge that you must trudge through another day of the same old monotony. That is, until you walk outside. This is the 2017 Honda Civic Si, and there's only one way to describe it: stunning. But first, how about some history? During the late 60s, Honda's cars were always seen as okay. Nothing good, nothing bad, just okay. And that was a problem. I mean, Honda's reception of their previous cars was lukewarm at best. They had the N400, the N600, and the hideous 1300. Honda was actually considering halting all car production to focus on their motorcycles. Then, on July 11th in 1972, everything changed.
Imagine you are behind the wheel of the brilliant Honda Civic.
The first generation of Honda Civic was released, and it was a massive success. It was so successful that there have been 10 generations of the Honda Civic since that point. And because of that, Honda has become the affordable, family-friendly car. And that's a great thing if you have 2 kids, a wife, a dog, and you want to go Sunday shopping. But what happens if you want something a little bit more? What if you want to take your family into the mountains with a little bit of speed and style in your life? Honda knew it needed a sportier, sexier version of the Civic, so they came up with the Civic Si. And since Honda's introduction in 1984, there have been 8 generations, showing the world that the Civic wasn't just another affordable family car. This is the 2017, specifically the sedan, and it's the perfect car for driving your family from point A to point B. It can also store a couple of groceries, a couple of horse heads, and it's fast. The previous version of the Civic Si boasted a 2.4-liter inline-4 that pumped out 205 horsepower. This version of the Civic Si only has a 1.5-liter, but the smaller engine is now accompanied with turbo, which allows it to push out the exact same amount of power as the previous generation. Besides the smaller engine, Honda's engineers decided to use higher quality materials. Now the body is much more rigid than the previous Si, giving this model better handling capabilities. And they didn't stop there. Utilizing what they had learned with the Type R's development, Honda decided let's put some of the Type R's components in the Si. Now, the Si suspension includes a stiffer front and rear stabilizing bar. Couple all of this with the Sport Tune suspension and the adaptive dampeners, and you get one fierce cornering machine. And this is not a light car. It weighs 1,300 kilograms. It's 415 centimeters long and 179 centimeters wide, and yet it's so fast. I mean, everything about this Si is better than the previous model. The steering is better, the gearbox is better, the handling is better, it feels better, the AC is better, everything about it is just better. It's everything that Honda does right all the time. The Civic Si is certainly fast, especially on these mountainous roads. But now the simple question is this version of the Si faster than the previous model? And the short answer to that is no. This version of the Honda Civic can go 0 to 60 in 6.8 seconds. That's 1/10 of a second slower than the previous model. It's still a fast car though. So, let's wrap up. The newer Civic is elegant in design. It drives like a normal family sedan when on city streets. And when you take it up on mountain roads, it feels like a sporty race car. It has a newer, spacious interior that supports Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It has Bluetooth and voice calling. It also has great gas mileage and reliability. Honda has always been an influential car maker. They've always been known for pushing the bounds of small technology as well as reliability. But what happens if you need to be realistic? What happens if you have to match your desires with a budget? What if you want a sports car that feels like a race car, that has the heart and soul of a 911 or a Ferrari or maybe a Lamborghini? Well, look no further.